Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about 10 Pokemon that could really use another evolution. Whether they're single stage Pokemon or Pokemon that are just in need of something a little extra. So the Pokemon that's at the top of my list may come as no surprise to some, but for me it has to be mentioned. The mischievous little purple gym goblin Sableye. I think it's finally time to reintroduce this little guy somehow, maybe into the storyline, and I don't know, maybe he finds one of these crystals that he's been looking for his entire life and he finally finds, and it gives him the ability to evolve. Or maybe he gets so hungry that he eats his crystal while he's in mega form. Or just whatever theory you throw at it, I think Sableye is well deserving of this, at least in my opinion. Next up, number 2 on this list, Torkoal. Yes, Torkoal, not to be confused with Turtonator. And no, these Pokemon aren't in the same evolution line, even though I think they would kind of fit perfectly with one another. This big volcano looking turtle over here is in fact a dragon. Yes, a dragon. So the true superior fire turtle could definitely use a little more spice when it comes to a new evolved concept. But please, Pokemon, don't just turn it into Torterra with a volcano on its back or something. We can give Torterra that for a regional variant. Number 3, often looked over but never forgotten, the original heavy-hitting bug-type Pinsir. I think it's time to let Pinsir spread his wings a little bit and go ahead and give him another typing on his list. Flying. I mean, I think stag beetles have wings and most other beetles have wings as well. I don't think it necessarily means they fly very well, but I definitely think it'd be a welcome addition to most of the Pinsir fans out there, and myself included. Alright, number 4, Ledyba. This Pokemon could definitely use a few upgrades, stat-wise as well. Cosmetically, I think Ledyba is cute. I mean, it's a ladybug after all, kind of hard to beat a ladybug in terms of cuteness in the bug world, but I could definitely see Ledyba getting a few upgrades. And if you needed some inspiration, just look at like every red Power Ranger that ever existed ever, and mix that with some type of, like, the aesthetics of Mega Man or some other inspiration, and Ledyba becomes like a whole new powerhouse that you'd have to deal with. Red Ranger mixed with Mega Man, mixed with Ladybug. I mean, I can picture it. I tried to create it on the thumbnail. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this next Pokemon is probably on no one's radar, but for that exact reason, it needs an evolution. Number 5 is Relicanth. Yes, I'm gonna take inspiration from Feebas. So, such a goofy looking fish can turn into something as elegant as Melodic, or a useless Magikarp that turns into a Gyarados of all things. And I think Relicanth could definitely use something that could rival both of those Pokemon. Which in that same point also kind of leads me to the next Pokemon on this list that could do also something similar yet in a different fashion maybe. Number 6, Tatsugiri. Now Tatsugiri is literally sushi, but hear me out. I believe Tatsugiri is like the perfect candidate for another type of koi dragon, but like a real small one like Mushu from Mulan or something. I don't know, I think it lend itself really well to a design of this type, and after all we did get a worm that lives in an apple, so it's not completely out the realm of possibility, right? Number 7, and be sure to let me know if you guys thought about this one before, Mimikyu. I mean, it would make perfect sense to have a Mimikyu style as a copy of Raichu. Guys, Pikachu, believe it or not, actually evolves. I know you heard it here first, but for all the Raichu fanboys out there, would you be excited for something like that? Mimikyu actually evolving into its version of what a Raichu would be? I think if it was included in the anime the first go around, no one would really even question it, right? So for that reason, I think it fits. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Okay, number 8. I don't think this Pokemon is really anyone's favorite. If it is your favorite, I'm sorry, but it still confuses me a little bit. Cyclizar. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be somewhat of like a Darwinian thing, like it's a present-day Koraidon and the past version Miraidon, maybe. But you can definitely tell they're a part of the same family. So why not, Pokemon? Did we not in somehow, some way group them together? And why not have everyone start off in game with the Cyclizar, and as you progress in your game, whatever game you chose, being Scarlet or Violet, it then transforms into its past or future version. I feel like that would have allowed Cyclizar to gain a little more fandom and not really be set aside as much. Like it's the old bike that you give to your friend when he comes over, that the rims kind of shaky a little bit. It's not the same. All right, finally, we're almost to the end of this list, guys. So thanks for sticking around this long if you have. So our next Pokemon, number 9, is Zangoose. Now when I think Zangoose, it kind of goes into the same category as an Obstagoon, which then reminds me that Obstagoon received a new form, but not Zangoose. But why? When it comes to Zangoose, I don't really want to ask for much because the design itself looks really good, but something I would add is maybe he could be like a little bit taller, like every guy's dream, but yeah, maybe a little more height, grow out those claws, add a little more maturity to the face, and that's all I'm asking, maybe just a little something at least. Okay guys, number 10 on this list. Sorry to let you down if you waited until this point, but number 10 is going to be up to you. Put the Pokemon you would add to this list. The Pokemon you think are in need of an upgrade. Leave your answers in the comments below. Let me see your thoughts on what Pokemon could be improved. And that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you later.